First of all, I am thankful to DMO and Mr. Vimukti Randeni for giving us this opportunity to talk to you and discuss things with you. In 2010, I was assumed duties as Minister of Power and Energy. So my initial task was to connect the Jaffna Peninsula to the other part of the country via the transmission network, 132 transmission network from Vaunia to Chunakam. Those days I think you all are very small kids, right? When was you born? Which year? Which year you born? 2003, right. That means you are 7 years old when I was here, and lot of problems in the electricity network here, interrupted and also isolated. So we put up a power plant called Utturu Janani, that means the northern generation, and connect with the other part of the country. And I think now it's okay, and within 2 years time we were able to reach 100% electrification here in Jaffna. And I think it's okay now, and later on we installed a few wind power station close to this Punagari area and the Palay area. It's a huge potential from Punagari to Mana. It's a 4,000 megawatt potential there. So you can export energy to India as well if you properly develop this wind energy. When I was enrolled as an engineering student in University of Moratuwa, our maths teacher gave us kind of a very small, question to solve, right? At the very first day, right? It's like that. It's like, oh, you all can see, no? Right? This is the one axis, right? There's a kind of a wheel here, right? This wheel connected to a rod. This rod, this shaft only can move in this guided straight line, right? So this question is that when we rotate this disc, right, what would be the movement of this piece of tin? Huh? Right. And what's the thing? When you if we talk about the pull cycle from here to here to here, what is the movement of this? When it moves here, this will move. Reciprocate movement, right? So this circular movement can be converted into a linear movement or reciprocal movement. That's the very simple thing. But you all are automobile student. This would be the basic principle of what? The piston, right? Right. So you all can see there this thing, and if you can, this is like this. If you can push this thing, this will rotate that way, and if you move this way, this will rotate that way, and this shaft, this circular thing would be the shaft connected to our four wheels that will rotate and move the vehicle forward or other way, right? The very simple thing. So the circular movement or the reciprocatal movement can be converted into a circular movement. That's the very basic thing when you are talking about the, what is this? Automobile movements. Now it is different. Now you are having these EV vehicles, electric vehicles or emission-free vehicles. There's some different kind of a thing. So a lot of things are there. We called it two-stroke engine, no? And four-stroke engines and things like that. But it is developed, and this is the main basic idea of the automobile industry. So you all can, I think, see the charka, no? Charka, the Mahatma Gandhi's charka, weaving machine, the spinning machine, right? Someone is there turning the wheel, and you can make threads from the cotton fibers, right? This is, have you seen this Mahatma Gandhi's cotton things? I think in Jaffna, in our places, everywhere, this machine is there. And there was this historical thing called the Queen of Sri Lanka. She met King Vijaya, and when Vijaya came here, she was weaving this chakra, right? Converting these cotton things into simple threads, right? It's some 3,000 years, 2,000 years all technology. One fellow, his name is Hargreaves, right? In 1760s, he realized that this was a kind of a very inefficient way of making threads, right? Because you need huge cotton things, and you can queue it, and moving this thing, you can spin the whole thing. So he improved it by 8 times. You can go to YouTube and see the Jenny's spinning mill. Jenny's spinning mill. You can go to YouTube and see how this man, the Hargreaves, developed this thing 8 times more efficient than the Queen or Gandhi's thing. That revolutionized the fabric or the apparel business 8 times more. And within 2-3 years later on, one Mr. Arkwright, so people can use their hand, or it can be powered by the pedal like thing, and Mr. Arkwright used the water wheel to power this machine. And finally it all happened in Manchester there in UK and England, and within few decades time right, England became the richest country in this world. Before that it was China, it was India, the richest countries. As far as the manufacturing things are concerned, over 80% manufactured here in Asia, here in India and in China. But by way of introducing these type of machines, right, replacing the muscle power, right, you can improve the efficiency. You can improve the efficiency in a big way. So 1820, so then it's a muscle power, then the water wheel, then the steam power, and finally after 1860s, it is the fuel powered engine and electric powered engine, right? So we call these things industrial revolutions. What do we call it? Industrial revolution. So the phase one of the industrial revolution, we called it actually industrial revolution. Industrial Revolution 10 from 1760 to 1860. This period, this century was called the muscle power, people's muscle power being replaced by machine powers. Muscle power replaced by machine power. So very few people can use machines and improve efficiency maybe 10 times, maybe 20 times, maybe 100 times. So efficiency has been increased, and also the power being increased, and water being used, steam being used, And 1860, another revolution happened. Another revolution happened there in US. One person called, his name is John D. Rockefeller. Have you heard this name, Rockefeller? Rockefeller Foundation? Huh? Don't you? Rockefeller, yes. Have you heard him? He's a billionaire. But before that, he was selling just kerosene. You can see the carts, no, that pull this cart and serving kerosene to the various. That was his business. And in Pennsylvania, he did the first fuel well, right? Using the same technology the Chinese people used to exploit salt from the earth sphere, right? The same technology. You all can go to YouTube and see how oil wells are working. So this man was the first man who commercially developed oil wells. So immediately it was actually used to illuminate the houses, right, to get light in the night time. It increased, that the efficiency being increased because the night time can also be used to produce things, right? So he has a lamp and kerosene being used and the illumination process. Later on, this same fuel being used to power the engines. That you are now learning here, how to power engines using this fuel air mixture, right? So it revolutionized everything. So we called it fossil fuel era. What are the three main fossil fuels? Coming from earth: oil, gas and coal. Oil, gas and coal. It's there in our earth, and we excavate it and produce these three types of fuels, and we power these. In Putlam, we have a coal power plant. No, you all heard about this. Burning coal and making electricity, right? So everywhere you have these diesel or petrol powered motorcycles, cars, lorries, trucks, and also the aeroplanes, ships and all that. No, so the similar way you can use gas. You can use the natural gas to power machines, basically the transport things, buses, lorries, trains, ships, and also power plants. You can use power plants. Actually, earlier here in Chunakam, we have a very small coal powered power plant. Very small coal power plant. But Putlam one is a very big one. So half of our energy now coming from this single power plant. This one is was very small one. We now terminated its this thing, and the coal, fuel and the gas. That revolution happened. We called it fossil fuel revolution or Industrial Revolution 2.0. That all began in 1860 till 1960. World Wars happened. First World War and Second World War and various other wars been happening in the world, and mostly these wars and the production capacity of the human being been 100 times more because of these fuels, the fossil fuels, right? Then there was another revolution happening, right? We called it information technology. You know that in late 19th century, few people realized that there is an electromagnetic wave without these cables and all that, you can send signals. Before that, you used to have a cable to send a signal, electricity signal to one place to other place. So you have the wired type of telephone, wired type of electricity distribution lines and all that, right? Some people realize that electromagnetic wave can be generated from this tiny electricity currents, right? Electricity current, you have two fields, we call it, one is magnetic field, other one is called electric field, and these two fields combinedly generated kind of an electromagnetic wave. In wires, electricity can be going that way or that way. Direct line, we call it DC current. The whatever going there, coming back, we call it alternative current. But energy is flowing in one direction. One direction. The energy is whether it is DC or AC, the energy is going in one direction, right? So this energy can be used to communicate things, right? That's it. That's what people use. And the Japanese army first used this technology in 1904, war with Russia. Was actually gave us torture, that disappearance, death, destruction. But at the meantime, lot of innovation, lot of innovations. So the Japanese guys defeated Russia first time in the history. The Asian country, Asian civilization was able to defeat the European power in 1904. In 1904, the Japanese army, navy, defeated the Russian army in Manchuria. They used this telecommunication technique, right? They used this radio technique, radio signals. Before that, Europeans didn't know about the radio messages, how to transmit things in the radio messages in a war situation, right? Japanese guys first invented this, and a lot of things I think you can learn here as well. Diodes, triodes, and various electronic things came into effect in 1960s. We called it Silicon Revolution. Silicon Revolution and Information Technology Revolution. So the third revolution, the Industrial Revolution 3.0, we called it, this is fossil fuel, this is muscle power being replaced by machine power, this is fossil fuel revolution, this is information revolution, powered by silicon and germanium. We call them semiconductors. Semiconductors. What's the main thing when you talk about, these two things, no? Insulators and conductors. Conductors means? Yeah, current can easily go through the the conductors, right? Copper, aluminium, metal things, no, right? Gold. These are the superconductors, so you can simply transmit your electric energy via the conducting materials. What are the insulators? Insulators can't use as conductors. They can't use as to transmit electricity from one place to other place. What are the examples? Wood, ceramics, you can't. Even the pure water, you can't transmit this. But those who adulterate water, the electricity can go through. But famously, wood and other ceramics and also materials like these things, making earth and all that, no electricity can be going through. So what is the semiconductor then? One side it is conducting materials, other side it's insulators. What is semi? Semi means is halfway as a conductor and halfway as an insulator. What are the famous materials? The silicon and germanium, right? And its thin is that if you properly use these thins, you can in one way, if electricity can move that way, one resistance. If electricity coming from that way, another resistance, right? So you can use this as a switch. This as a switch, and that's the basic principle of electronics. Switch means 1 0, one way, one direction, so one resistance, and other way different resistance. So we can use this as a switch, and that's the basic principle of digital things, and we use these digital things to transmit our communication things. So information technology began in USA first, the Silicon Revolution, and thereafter now it's in Asia. No? Now it's in Asia, semiconductors, the chips making, the computers making, various things are making, and also it revolutionized because of the satellite thing. Have you heard Mr. Arthur C. Clarke? Professor Arthur C. Clarke? He had been living here in Sri Lanka, but this gentleman coming from England, he who coined the idea of satellite in 1946. He told the world that if you properly place 3 objects in the world, right, 24/7, when Earth is rotating and Earth is moving, but these 3 objects can, 24/7 giving us information. So you need only 3 satellites, few kilometers away, right? And you can connect the whole world. No limits, no boundaries. China is 3,000 miles away, or US means some 4,000 miles away, but these 3 satellites can connect you. That's how when you talk to the other people, that you can simply connect with the people who are living there in US, who are living there in England, who are living there in Japan. No, it's the Arthur C. Clarke's idea. He only got 15 pounds for this idea. Now it's a $1 trillion business right now, but he got only 15 pounds for this new idea. So in late 1916, the US Army and basically the USSR people also used this technology to connect the world. We called it ARPANET in 1968. Now we called it Internet, right? We called it Internet, and World Wide Web, www, World Wide Web was created in Europe. We called it www.com revolution, right? That connect every people to each other, right? So the information revolution, right, from 1960 to 2010. After that what? After that another revolution happened. We called it Industrial Revolution 4.0. What is this new revolution? The Industrial Revolution 4 happened in 2010. You all now in this new age, new age. AI? Not AI. AI is part of that. Anyone? Try it. We call this revolution the smart age. Smart age. The difference of smart age is that we call them disruptive technologies. Various streams of disruptive technologies merge together, synthesize together, and moving in a very fast way, revolutionizing our day-to-day life. What are the basic technologies? Okay, one is, all of you know, we called it IoT. IoT means Internet of Things. Internet of Things. Second one is nanotechnology. Have you heard this word? Nanotechnology. Nanotechnology, right? If you thin down things, right, materials, right, their characteristics being totally different, right? For example, say the graphite, right? Small piece of graphite. If you thin it down to 50,000, 1 into 50,000 type of 1 centimeter, you have a very different characteristics in the normal world. So this technology, material technology, is named as nanotechnology. We have a nanotechnology lab in Homagama, Colombo, and you can learn things in universities and all that. And also the automobile industry is being now revolutionized because of the nanotechnology, nanomaterials and all that, especially the electric vehicles, right? Nanotechnology. The third thing we call biotech. Biotech. You have some varieties, for example, mangoes. You can use this biotechnology, techniques, and you can have a big, huge yield from the same variety. So your day-to-day agriculture, day-to-day other things can be revolutionized using the biotechnology. Branch of it is, we called it gene technology. Gene technology. Gene technology. During the COVID, we saw the power of gene technology. Within 2 years' time, people, the human beings, the scientists were able to develop vaccines to cope up with the COVID virus, right? Because of this gene technology. Lot of things can happen in because of the gene technology. Your shape, the particular gene, because of your skin color, the hair color, the eye, whether it is blue, black, brown or green, determined by particular gene. So if you change this gene, your eye color will change, your skin color will change. So sometimes now in some wealthy countries, people can have design babies. If you want Aishwarya Rai type baby, you can, using this gene technology. We call them design babies. You have to be a very wealthy people, but we don't know the other consequences because of changing genes and all that. But gene technology can do various marvelous, amazing things, and now it's happening. For example, if you can extract Usain Bolt genes, then you have a brilliant Olympic runner, right? Things like that. It's a gene technology. It's a different type of technology. And fourth one, we called it quantum. It's a different world. I'm not going to touch these things. It's a different world. It's actually nanotechnology. It's a very small thing. The the particle physics, the electrons, proton, neutron, all these things, they are in the quantum world. Quantum world is a different world, right? So, fifth thing is what he said, now it is developing, what do you call this? Artificial intelligence. What is the difference between other technologies and the artificial intelligence? The chat GPT, the OpenAI, Gemini and all these things. What is the difference? Man? Yeah, man. Yeah, that's thing. But it's a different type of thing. One basic difference between other technologies and artificial intelligence. What is this? Yeah, machine learning is part of deep machine learning, and machine learning is part of artificial intelligence. The thing is that almost all the other technologies, right, you need a human to take the final decision. But in artificial intelligence, the computer make the decision on behalf of you, right? That's the main difference. So it's a volitional thing, and it can be a very dangerous thing, right? It can be a very dangerous thing. You all heard about the driverless cars, no? Autonomous driverless cars and all that, driven by the artificial intelligence. Lot of data, huge amount of data being people and the human beings can't tackle that much of data, but artificial intelligence can simply handle all this data, right? Applications are enormous. If you gave proper inputs to artificial intelligence, give me a solution to this disease, it will give you some solutions. And some literature teacher may ask you, wrote about the Tamil culture or something like that. You can ask ChatGPT to write things on behalf of you, right? Teachers may be misled. This is your creation, but it's computer creation, right? So AI can do marvelous of things. And now people are trying to regulate it because its applications are huge. So various other things are also there. The blockchain technology. Blockchain technology is the basic form. All of you are, I think, know about this cryptocurrency, and this is a very important technology, the blockchain technology. It's a different type of technology. It's actually related to IoT, right? Blockchain technology used in finance, banking, the cryptocurrency, and various applications are there. These are, we call these technologies the disruptive technologies. Why? Because of these technologies, the existing technologies disrupted in a big way, right? And also they synthesize each other. For example, the quantum computer can revolutionize IoT, right? And also the blockchain technology can revolutionize AI, or the AI can revolutionize biotechnology, give us a kind of a solution, give us a kind of a medicine to particular disease, right? So AI can solve these things. And because of AI, a lot of jobs will be lost, especially the clerks. The computer can receive things and also write letters to others, send emails automatically without having a clerk there in our office. And if you properly give data for your illness or something like that, the computer can give you a kind of medicine, treatments and things like that. So doctors being eliminated, like lawyers, and the jobs being now challenged because of AI powered robots, right? So these four revolutions, industrial revolutions, are now happened, and we are now living in a smart age. These type of technologies and various other technologies are coming up day by day, to revolutionizing our day-to-day experience, and so we have to live all these things. And I think you all are very fortunate because you are now living in a smart age, so you can use this smart age to power your own your career and all that. So that's it. Thank you very much for the patient hearing, and if you have a question, please ask me.
Any questions you can ask?
Any questions, queries, please raise.
Anything that was clear or you like to know more about, you can ask.
Vimukti.
So, who are the fresh students who just joined yesterday?
They just enroll.
Yes, they just enrolled yesterday. So, any questions from your side? Why did you join this program? So, you have a question? Yes, please ask. Don't be shy. Sir? Yeah. Yes.
In the early days of China, in the early days of China, it wasn't intelligent.
Oh, they were in Nasa.
Use your own language, he will translate. No problem. Use Tamil.
China electric machine type ne ලංකාවේ ඒ වගේ ඩෙවලොප් වෙන්න මේ කොහොමද කියලා මේකේ සිස්ටම් එක තියෙනවා. China වගේ මේක production
Right. The Chinese story is actually a very, that the amazing thing. Before 17th, 18th, maybe 19th century, China was the manufacturing hub of the world, right? So as India, both countries jointly manufacture around 80% of global needs, right? But thereafter, because of this industrial revolution, that manufacturing hub shifted to Europe, then to US. After the First World War, 50% of our world, our global manufacturing things came from USA, United States of America. Now their share been declined to 15%. China's one is around 35%. Everywhere you can see Chinese goods. What's the secret? What's the secret of these Chinese things? First of all, it's not a historical, it's not a that surprising thing, because 200 years ago they were the leading manufacturer in the world historically, right? Because human beings were here for at least 100,000 years, right? So 200 years is very small compared to the civilizational levels. At least Chinese civilization had been there for 5,000 years. So they are now picking up. The first thing is they are very capable of imitating, copying out the other technologies. So what was happened, for example, we open up free trade zone here in Katunayaka, Colombo, right? But Chinese engineers came here in 1978. They got the blueprint of our Katunayaka pre-trade sale or export processing zones plants and all that. They established their own one in Shenzhen and Guangzhou, right? They gave clear-cut instruction to those who operate this zone. What is the space? 10-year space. Foreign investment, foreign technology, local labor. Only Chinese guys were supplying labor, right? The second 20 years, no foreign investment, it's Chinese investment. Chinese investment, Chinese labor, foreign technology, right? The third decades is Chinese technology, it's Chinese labor, it's Chinese investment. For example, German Siemens, it's a telecommunication company and electronic company, went to China and established a factory there. So the first 10 years, Siemens technology, German investment, Chinese laborers and technicians. The second decades, it's Chinese money, but Siemens technology and Chinese labor. Now the third, it's Chinese technology. We called it Huawei. Huh? Everywhere now you can see Huawei. No Siemens, no Siemens now. So that's how they develop their things. Not most of the things being invented there. They simply evaluate or copy all these things and make their own things, and also at a very low cost. At a very low cost. Everywhere you can see the Chinese appliances, no? In your kitchen, in your school, in everywhere is Chinese. 1/3 of almost all the manufacturing things coming from China. That's why the President Donald Trump trying to put kind of a tariff to Chinese goods and make their own things in US. I don't know his effort will be succeeded or whatever the thing, but Chinese are very successful in this technology field by way of evaluating and making things. And also their trade surplus. Trade surplus is huge. For example, we have a negative trade surplus, no? We call it deficit. We imported 20 billion, we exported 11 billion, always deficit. Deficit is widening, and 2022 we collapsed, we bankrupted, right? But in China, the last year, 2024, their exports around 3,500 billion, 3,500 billion, the size of the Indian economy, the size of the Indian economy, they exported. What was imported? 2,500 billion things being imported. So the surplus 100 billion, 1 trillion, 100 billion, 1 trillion is a huge amount. So they can invest, they can give other countries to develop, they can deposit there in Europe, they are in USA, or they can ask our country to develop, we can grant you, we can give you money, develop a road network, develop a port, develop a airport. These are 1 trillion. 1 trillion is with them. The only country which supplied things to China, earning something from China, is South Korea. All others deficit. For example, India export to China is just 20 billion, but India's import is 120. So it's a big amount in India. But only South Korea, because of chip business, making money dealing with China. So China's secret is very, and also they are very, very capable and also dedicated people. Dedicated people. So very easy to start a business there. Within 2 weeks time you can start a business. Everything is ready, plug and play. Electricity there, water there, land there, permits there, environmental permits there. You can easily start a business. But here in Sri Lanka, it may at least 2-3 years to start a new business. So people just go in there and start businesses. That's how the Chinese secret.
Okay, anything else? What I would like to ask them is, as these youngsters who are now studying to become education, what are the other skills and competencies should they focus on so that they are competing in the future labor market?
In the future labor market, first thing you have to develop is your language skills. Right? Language skills, especially the foreign markets, the English language is very important. And also the computer literacy, and you have to understand the day-to-day developing world, technologically developing world. One day it is ChatGPT, other day it is Gemini and things like that. It's developing very fast. So you have to update. And in Sri Lanka, we saw one common thing in Sinhalese and Tamils. They are not focused. They are not, dedicated to their works. Other countries, we can see, especially the Asian countries like Singapore, like Japan, the work culture is so dedicated to work, so that they can earn. Ours is little bit of a plexi hours of working and trying to migrate to some European country and earn things very easily. But focus on this country. This is your country. You can develop this thing, right? The work culture, work ethics is very important. If you are a hard worker, you can earn more, and at the final day you can satisfy yourself that I work hard and I earn things and I enjoy my life and things like that.
Thank you so much, sir. It's a valuable time. Actually, sir explained very updatable information for me. Very thank you, sir. We are useful that knowledge.
Right.
And we are expecting more information from you, our student. We are thanking from our Japanese sir. And I will also give this. Thank you.
Right. And thank you very much. Have a great and bright future.